Hi everyone. Thanks School of Pharmacies, Monash University, Malaysia for having me here. Today my topic of presentation will be on community pharmacy setup and business model in Malaysia. A little bit about my pharmacy journey for those who missed out my previous talk. I graduated in 1994 and did my housemanship or PRP as you call now at Government Hospital. After that, I worked as a community pharmacy in KL. Previously, we are called retail pharmacies instead of community. A year later, I left and co-founded Constant Pharmacy. In 2005, together with Mr. Wong Siu Sing, we co-founded Malaysia Community Pharmacy Associations, which later changed the name to Malaysia Community Pharmacy Guild. And through this MCPG platform, I was able to contribute in various government committee such as Good Pharmaceutical Trade Practice, Community Pharmacy Benchmarking Guideline 2016, Good Government Management, and Dasar Ubat Nasional. In 2016, I became a volunteer in a volunteer pharmacy at Tzu International Medical Association, where together with United Nations of High Commissioner of Refugees, we provide medical aids to refugees living in Malaysia, especially the Rohingyas. In the same years, I sold my pharmacy business to a public listed company and pursued my master's study at Taylor University on pharmacy practice. My last job title was a merger and acquisition advisor, where I advised my company in acquiring pharmacy business. Later, I decided to retire from corporate at the age of 49 and engage myself in various and global investing activity. This year, I started my PhD study and also engaged in various activity at MPS, MCPG because I happen to be the council member of both professional body. My passion will be speaking at university like this on pharmacy practice, business management, and youth resilience. These are the recent talks I delivered at university. On top left is about 7 essential preparation for starting your community pharmacy business, which I delivered in Taylor University. Bottom left is I delivered at IMU on an overview of community pharmacy practice in Malaysia, which I have delivered the same topic at Monash University as well. Top right is I was invited to deliver a talk to the pharmacy student at University Science Malaysia during their white coat ceremony on 7 code to live by for fresh graduate entering workforce. And lastly, bottom right, where I talk about what a pharmacy need to know about doing a business at the National Pharmacy Convention 2021. Before we proceed, allow me to introduce 2 professional bodies representing the pharmacies. First is the Malaysian Pharmacy Society, or MPS. It's a national association for pharmacists. We promote and maintain the honor and interest of pharmacy professions. The photo show here some of the activities carried out by the MPS in tackling current professional issues and developments. MPS accept pharmacy and pharmacy students as member. For more information, please log on to mps.org.my. Next is the Malaysian Community Pharmacy Guild, or MCPG. This is a professional body for community pharmacy in industrial matters, aiming to enhance the pharmacy practice of community pharmacy and promote pharmaceutical care to the public. The photo show here that the activity carried out by MCPG during representing community pharmacy, having dialogue with the health ministry, pharma industry, examination, and conducting events to promote the professions. MCPG also accept pharmacists and pharmacy students as members. For more information, please log on to mcpg.org.my. Okay, I want to start my presentation today slightly different by first representing the limitation of this presentation. Why? Because there's no worldwide defined framework for community pharmacy setup or business model by World Health Organization, International Pharmacy Federation, or Ministry of Health. Only legal or regulatory framework on services is available from WHO, FIP, and our Community Pharmacy Benchmarking Guideline. The most we have on the setup is about little bit of infrastructures, like is the need to have a counseling room in our Community Pharmacy Benchmarking Guideline 2016. And what we have only is this, the business structure or business entity, which classified by each different country, such as sole proprietorship, partnership, private limited, or public company. So the presentation today was solely based on my own experience and observation from the perspective of as a consumer, entrepreneur, and a researcher. So keep an open mind, as it may contain some element of personal bias. So first, from a consumer point of view or consumer needs, almost all businesses are modeled based on the consumer needs and vary from the business owner needs. So the questions that the business owner need to ask themselves is why the consumer are willing to pay you. Okay. So we have first is this lifestyle pharmacies, which target lifestyle conscious consumer in the city. They are usually seen at the high street and mall, and sell everything heavily advertised from newspaper or TV. They are always the first to sell newly launched product. They have the strength in new or FMCG product. FMCG is fast moving consumer goods, those things that we use almost daily, it moves very fast, such as toothpaste, shampoo, soap. So due to the wide distribution network, because they have many branches, so the supplier will be very happy to support them, to always let them get the newly launched product first. So this is a good way for them to advertise their product throughout the nationwide network. Okay, and they are able to earn additional income from supplier other than the margin between the product selling price and cost through the product listing fee, space rental, promotional materials such as magazine and leaflet they print for the promotion. However, the control pattern sales probably is very low, less than around 5 to 10%. And for these lifestyle pharmacies, it's unlikely to be successful in a small town unless they do it just for the purpose of the branding. Now, the common marketing strategy are something like this. We have whatever make you feel good, even you don't really need them. Or you are someone special, you must be seen you are here. Okay, I would personally see these two pharmacies as a lifestyle pharmacies. But however, there's a disclaimer to make. The classification of the pharmacy model of these pharmacies is solely my perspective as a customer, and by no means implying there must be a true or in a way misguiding the audience. Then we have a wellness pharmacy, which usually owned and run by pharmacists or group of pharmacists. Some they try to craft themselves into specific health specialties such as geriatric or diabetic care. They are well positioned to provide own or OEM products to customers entrusted to them. OEM is the original equipment manufacturer, where basically you contract other manufacturer to produce a product for you to sell. It could be the brand should be belong to you or not, depend on your agreement with your manufacturer. And to do that, of course, they need this pharmacy will need numbers in branches, because they have, when you do contract manufacturing, you need to have MOQ, minimum order quantity. So this pharmacy usually they need the number of branches to absorb the quantity or sharing with other pharmacies network. So this will allow them to have less price war, a better margin, because they are the only one to have the product, so they can set the price they want with a lower cost, so they have higher margin and make them more competitive. They can be seen almost everywhere, but rarely in the high rental mall. Their control medicine sales could be high, could be same or more than supplement. The way these community pharmacy position themselves are like this. We don't have what you don't need for your health. If you happen to go to our place and you cannot find a product that you're looking for, this product probably is not something that you need. And we know what is best for you, and you can only get them from us. Example of wellness pharmacy I see would be like Pharmacy Alpro, AM/PM pharmacies, Good Medic pharmacy, or even like independent standalone pharmacy like Bevell pharmacies. Then there are some considered a hybrid of lifestyle and wellness pharmacies, good trying to capture a wider market, but sometimes may confuse and turn away both sides of the consumer as well. Next, we have the discount pharmacy. Most discount pharmacy will transform from the field wellness pharmacy model. The pharmacy usually want us to start a service-oriented pharmacies, but realize that discount pharmacy models are more suitable to sustain their business, so they move on from this wellness pharmacy to discount pharmacies. Of course, they target price-conscious customer and usually owned and run by cash-rich pharmacy. Why cash-rich? Because for discount pharmacy model, you need to carry high level and variety of stock, and some of the items you need to pay cash to the supplier to enjoy the better discount from supplier to get a lower cost, so you can sell a lower price to be competitive. Bulk purchase practice usually go with the bulk sales of stock. Discount pharmacy, they buy in bulk in purchase, and their customer usually come in to buy and in bulk as well. Looking at the price was so attractive, so most consumer normally will come and buy for 3 months or 6 months stock. Their control medicine sales go very high. They also have strength in new and MCG products, such like the lifestyle pharmacy. For discount pharmacy model to be successful, they need to be at the high traffic business center. They need a high volume, high traffic of customer. They are also able to generate additional income from supplier other than the product margin through the product listing fee, space rental, promotional material, leaflet printing, due to their bulk purchase power. The feel at this pharmacy are like this. Maybe at the front, this cashier counter, you will hear people shouting, "Or next," because the things are moving quite fast in a discount pharmacy. Okay. Or at the pharmacy, at the dispensing counter, here you go. This is what you want. Move on. Things are just moving really fast. Okay. The community pharmacy that I would categorize them into discount pharmacy are pharmacy AA and big pharmacy. And then, could that be a mixture of model of lifestyle, wellness, and discount pharmacies? I think this is a bit unlikely because you can't really provide the best quality service at a lower price. Not only the consumer will be confused, I think it's also quite hard for you to decide the right sales and marketing strategy for such a wide market you're targeting. It is like the company without a vision, or a boat sailing in the ocean without destination. Lastly, from the consumer perspective, that would be your neighborhood pharmacy. Usually at the residential area to provide the convenient location. Often the first outlet of your pharmacy because of the lower budget, and it's also a form of business need, which I will elaborate later. They target nearby residents, housewives, retirees, hawkers, and office workers. They usually have a low variety and level of stock, mostly target on the medicine sales. They often transform to wellness or discount pharmacies to continue to be competitive. That's why some wellness and discount pharmacies still project themselves as a neighborhood pharmacies. Or some become pop and mom shop over a period of time. Pop and mom shop like family business. So the children also study as a pharmacy, then they transfer the business to their children. Location is a single most important factor for retail business success. So for more information about the strategic location for community pharmacy, you can check out more at my YouTube video, the 7 essential preparation for starting your community pharmacy business. Next, we can categorize a community pharmacy setup from a perspective of business owner or business need. A business setup is usually influenced by the business owner, available resources such as the financial status, skill, network, information, and intention rather than by the consumer directly. Okay. First is the location or convenient location. Now, neighborhood pharmacies model which offer the convenient location fall into both consumer and business need. Which is the reason that why location is almost important for a retailer. Okay, because you are offering something your business need, which also happen to be your customer needs. Even for online plus retail hybrid environment today, like restaurant with GrabFood and Foodpanda, if your restaurant is located far away from your customer, then your customer will be charged higher fee from the GrabFood or Foodpanda when they order the food from you. Okay. Second, we can categorize through type of ownership. We have non-pharmacy owned pharmacy, pharmacist owned, group of pharmacists owned, and corporate owned. Third, we can base on the structure of business, based on the different country classification. In Malaysia, we have sole proprietorship, private limited, and public listed company. Now, previously, pharmacies or many businessmen would choose to set up a private limited Sdn Bhd because according to the Malaysia business law, if anything that you own, the supplier that you can't pay off, the supplier can only claim whatever available in your office, like your chair, your computer, your fax machine, etc. They can't really claim your personal property and the other thing that you own. But now the compared to this sole proprietorship setup, but now the suppliers are very smart. They also, even though your company is Sdn Bhd, they also want you to sign a contract that even if you really owe them and they can't pay them, they have the right to claim not just whatever in the shop, but they can claim over also your other personal belonging. Okay. Fourth, we have this categorize the pharmacy based on the number of outlets. You can categorize them as chain pharmacy or independent pharmacy. Literally, that pharmacy have more than one outlet considered chain pharmacy. Okay. Lastly, we can also expand the community pharmacy setup with a viewpoint from the researcher. They are independent variables in the eye of researcher. Community pharmacy setup and business model are characteristic of pharmacists and pharmacy from a researcher perspective. For example, pharmacists' demographics such as gender, age, ethnic, education, year of practice are characteristic of the pharmacist, whereas the business needs, the type of ownerships, structure of business, number of outlets, and location such as urban, suburban, or whether in which stage of Malaysia, whether in Kedah, Penang, or northern, southern, eastern, East Malaysia or West Malaysia, all these are characteristic of the pharmacy. Okay. Whereas the consumer needs business models such as lifestyle pharmacy, wellness pharmacy, and discount pharmacy are not so appropriate as a research variable because they are quite ambiguous. We know that I mentioned just now, we can't really pinpoint black and white this pharmacy is considered lifestyle pharmacy or wellness pharmacy. And then perhaps in future there will be a new pharmacy setup, new community pharmacy setup, and a model called no-touch pharmacy, which you know now low touch and no touch are popular business environment during the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, now so what? So as an informed consumer, now you know and decide which pharmacy model to shop or consult for your pharmacy need. If you're looking for something new or something newly launched or heavily advertised to feel important, then lifestyle pharmacy could be your choice. If you have a health problem that you need advice and solutions, you don't know what to do or what to buy, then you should go for wellness pharmacies. If you already know what you need and you need a huge quantity in bulk, then perhaps discount pharmacy is your options. And if you want to save time in traveling, of course, neighborhood pharmacy could be your choice. As a visionary entrepreneur, first you will need to understand your SWOT for your setup. What is SWOT? The strength, the weakness, opportunity, and the threat for your setup. Then come up with your business model that fill the needs of the consumer you like to serve. You like to serve, this is very important. If you like to serve those VIP celebrities, then you may consider lifestyle pharmacies. If your business setup needs is fulfilled. If you like to serve community who respect and appreciate your professional services, then perhaps you should look into wellness pharmacies. If you like to serve mostly retiree, those price conscious customer, then discount pharmacy. And lastly, if you like to make friends with the community nearby, then it could be your neighborhood pharmacies. And as a researcher, don't miss out an important variable. Of course, this is just a joke. I'm not qualified to give advice to the seasoned researcher here, but perhaps for the newbie researcher, perhaps you should know that which is suitable to be your variable when you take into the account for your research. Okay. Before I end my presentation, I just want to share this quote with all. If you owe the bank $100, that is your problem. If you owe the bank $100 million, that's a bank problem. By Jean Paul Getty. Now, many of you may not owe bank any money yet. I'm someone who have experienced owing the bank millions before. So let me explain. When you owe 10, 20,000, you're at the mercy of the bank. They keep harassing you to pay up. But if you owe big amount, the bank could be more concerned than you on your business. So the point I want to bring out here is that some events or happening in your life are not that straightforward as they seem. You can turn the table around from being a prey to a predator, from being a victim to aggressor, by changing one or two variables in the event. With that, I end this short presentation. Thank you.